Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I decided to do a story time of how the first time, the first time I got a sew-in, the lady almost tried to fight me. So I was like, bitch, okay, I know what y'all thinking, like what? But yes, so the first time I tried to get a sew-in, like the lady was almost trying to fight me. I'm like, bruh. So the first time was actually, it was this year in April, and it was I was turning 18, so I wanted, like, I'd never had a sew-in like my whole life. So I was like, I want a sew-in, like, why not? So I went online, did my research, went on YouTube, looked at reviews, and I was just like, why not? Like, let me get let me like let me get like a sew-in. I've had braids, faux locks, every style you could name, but I never had a sew-in, and I wanted to know what it felt like to have them long ass fucking straight hair. So I went and I ordered my weave. So then I was supposed to get my hair done by my friend, but it just didn't work out. So then I ended up having to get it done by somebody else, and this was an African person. Like, African people, like, when they do hair, like, they do it really good. So I'm not bashing y'all, I'm just bashing that one lady in particular. So my friend referred me to her, and she was like, yeah, she's good or whatever, she's just a little rude. But I was just like, it was literally like maybe 2-3 days before my birthday, and that was like the only option that wasn't like booked up and that I could get done for an affordable price. Like, she was only like $50 for a sewing. So I'm like, okay. So I set an appointment through StyleSeat, and I think it was a Saturday night. So I pull up to her, and my appointment was, I believe, at, I want to say it was like at 8 p.m. I want to say it was at 8 p.m. But I get there and she's doing somebody's hair, and she's like, okay, I'm almost done with their hair. Just, sit on the couch for a little bit and then I will get to you. So I'm like, okay, like, go ahead, finish their hair. Like, I'm here to wait. And then the thing was, she lived in my neighborhood, so it made it even more like convenient because I could just walk there. So I was like, okay, cool. So then I sat there, and then sitting for a little while it turned into 30 minutes. I'm like, bruh, like, how long is it gonna take you to finish this girl hair? So then 30 minutes turned to an hour. I'm like, bruh, like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, taking so long. So then she was like, she kept coming out and was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I'm such a nice person. I was like, okay, it's cool, like, whatever. So then I was like, I just sat there, and then meanwhile my mom's calling me. She's like, have you been in the seat yet? And I'm like, no. And then she's like, come home then. Like, what are you doing? I wouldn't sit there for an hour waiting on somebody. Like, that's not professional at all. So I'm like, yeah, I know, but she didn't realize, like, that was the only time that I had to get my hair done, because every other day I either had school or work, or school and work in the same day. So I didn't have an opportunity to get my hair done. So I was like, either I stay here until whenever she's done, or I just go home and don't have my hair did, or I have to like get braids or something, which I was not trying to do. So because I had basically went around and told my friends, like, hyped them up. I was like, bro, I'm getting a sew-in, I'm getting a sew-in, like, I'm getting a sew-in. So then literally 2 hours passed. So from 8 to 10, I'm sitting on her couch watching Modern Family while she's talking to the client she's doing the hair for. And I'm just sitting there like, bitch, did you forget about me? Like, what? So I'm being nice this whole time. She gives me water, like, all that stuff. So then basically at 10, like, she was doing, like, I forgot what they're called, but like the Fulani braids that, like, no, the lemonade braids that like go all the way to the side or whatever, and they're just on one side. So she was doing that. So it took like hella long for her to do it. So then she finally finished, and then I'm like, okay, it's my turn. So as I go in the seat, wait, strike number one was that I had to wait 2 hours to get my fucking hair did at your house. Shark number two was, as soon as I got in the seat, she was like, oh, on style seat, it says you need to have your hair blow dried and detangled. I was like, my hair is detangled and blow dried. Like, I got 4B, 4C hair. Like, it's not going to be straight. Like, what you want me to come here with flat iron hair? So I was like, it's detangled. So then she's like, no, it's not, blah, blah, blah. So then I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to shut the fuck up so she could just finish my hair, because that's why I came here, was to finish my hair for an affordable price. Because I had already spent so much on the bundles. I was just like, I just want to get this over with. So then she finally, like, just starts braiding down my head. Meanwhile, my mom calls me and she's like, are you in the seat now? And then I'm like, yeah, I'm in the seat finally. So then the whole time I'm in the seat, I'm texting my friend. I'm like, bruh, you won't believe what this lady just told me. She just told me, like, my hair wasn't blow dried enough. And then I'm like, bruh, I'm getting so sleepy. Because it's, like, basically 2 hours I done waited. So I was like, bruh, I'm getting so sleepy. Like, I'm finna fall asleep in this chair. Like, I'm just texting all this, like, shit. And then I was like, that's kind of messed up how she told me my hair wasn't blow dried enough. And she was basically saying, like, a whole bunch of, like, little petty shit about me. And I was just not with it. So then I'm sitting there just texting all of this. I'm getting my hair done. I'm like this.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
I'm giggling on my phone or whatever. And then next thing you know, like, I would peep that she was kind of like braiding my hair and she was like this, looking to the side and shit. So I'm like, bitch, you looking at my phone or what? Like, I'm like, are you looking at my phone or what? So then at that point, I was like, you made me wait 2 hours. Like, sis, I don't even care. So basically, she finally had enough. She was like, you don't want your hair done. And I was like, what? Like, out of nowhere, she just says, you don't want your hair done. And at that moment, it confirmed that she was reading my messages while I was texting my friend. So then she was like, she started unbraiding. Like, she had already did, like, majority of my hair, and she started unbraiding one side. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm literally like, what are you doing? And then she was like, I'm unbraiding your hair because you don't want your hair done. I see you're texting your friends and you're telling your friends like, oh, she made me wait 2 hours. She said that my hair wasn't blow dried enough. She said that I didn't come prepared for the appointment, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I'm saying all this stuff because it's true. And basically, the whole time I was texting, my friend was saying it. My friend who had referred me to her was saying the same thing. Like, she says that stuff all the time. So then she was like that. And then after she said all that, she was like, I was just joking. You taking things too seriously. You don't want your hair done. So then she's continuing to unbraid, and I'm literally like, yo, I did not come here in the middle of the night for 2 hours sitting waiting on your couch for you not to finish my hair. I was like, you're gonna finish my hair because I sat here and wasted time. And she was like, well, nobody told you to stay. I'm telling you, like, at this moment, the argument was heated because I was mad as fuck that I had to sit here and go through all this shit, and then you're gonna try to finesse me and play me and not do my hair. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna do my hair, and period. So then she was like, okay, I'm gonna finish it. And then I literally like I got up and I sat right back down in the chair, and then she finishes it, and the whole time it's just like animosity, like it's just pressure, like it's a whole bunch of smoke, like smoke. So then she like finally finishes my hair or whatever, and was like, she started like, I don't know, getting so upset. She was like, I'm sorry, blah 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 blah. But I was kind of like, I kind of told her, like, I was straight up, I was just like, this is not how you would treat customers. Like, this is not how you treat customers, like, especially if this is their first time coming to you. So this is my first impression on somebody, and I don't want to go back. Maybe if this was my second, third, fourth time, then maybe I would have felt like, oh, it's okay, like, she just having a bad day. But I don't know you for me to be coming to your house and this is how you treat me. And then we got so, like, we got into like a really big argument. Like, it was way bigger than that. So we got into a really big argument over her not like respecting a customer's time and telling me that I didn't come prepared for the appointment when I don't have, like, you know, like silky hair for me to begin with. So basically, she finished my hair or whatever, and by the time she finished my hair, mind you, it's already like midnight. My nigga, I have Haitian parents. Midnight is the time of the devil. So me coming into my house at midnight is just like, what is you doing? So then I walked into, so then she finally finishes, blah blah blah, and then I cash app her the $50, and then she just was kind of like apologizing and stuff. And then at that moment, I wasn't even trying to hear it. So I was just like, you did all of that, like, you really treated me like shit, did all of that, then now you want to apologize? So basically, I never went to her again. I never got a sew-in after that again. What else? And then, hold on. So I'm gonna tell y'all about the whole time after the sewing. So the whole time after the sewing, that shit itched so fucking bad. Like, that shit itched my head so fucking bad. I literally had to take it out about like 2.5, 3 weeks later. Like, I literally wasted so much money on a sew-in and I had to take it down because that shit itched so bad. Come to find out, my friend who does hair, she was like, yeah, you're supposed to put like a net over your hair before you do a sew-in. So yeah, they're supposed to put like a net before they do the sewing, so like it doesn't like rub against your scalp and cause like that itchiness. So basically, she didn't do any of that, so I basically just wasted all my money. But I mean, it's a learning experience. I look cute for them 2-3 weeks, and I never went back to her, never got a sewing again. But here's like a follow-up. So I think it was like probably towards May, so like a month later, I was still in high school. So I was getting off the bus, and she lives at the front of my neighborhood. So when I pass, I have to literally pass by like her building to get to my apartment. So like I'm like walking, and then I see her, and then she sees me, and then we're just like looking at each other. She's like, and I'm like, and we're just looking back and forth at each other, and then we just like keep it pushing, and I just go, and then like that's it. So basically, if you see red flags from somebody doing your hair, don't sit there and be quiet like me, and don't try to be nice. You gotta stand up for yourself, because at the end of the day, that's your hair and not theirs. So I think that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching my story time.